Jerry Brown here with Jerry Brown Travels.
Lori here.
Let's talk about crime in Mexico. Ooh, it's so bad down here. You know, you hear about the shootings, you hear about people getting killed down in Mexico, and the world is so afraid of traveling in Mexico. Wait a minute. Let's talk about
Paris.
Paris. Hey, how about Paris? They have problems in Paris. Also, we're talking about
New York.
New York just had the tragedy, completely. And then we have Las Vegas.
Yeah. What about in Las Vegas? More than 50 people were killed, and then more than 100 people was wounded.
Yeah. And so the tragedies that are happening around the world, the major cities, look at Los Angeles, look at Detroit, look at Boston, look at Philadelphia, around the world also. What is there?
Yeah, is that not a crime?
A lot of crime. Oh, wait a minute. We're talking about Mexico. Let's get back to that subject. Well, what happens in Mexico? Here's what happens in Mexico. Is in the past, there was the government went on war on crime, war on drugs. And because of that, they had to take photographs, they had to take movies, and they broadcasted it all over the world. So what happened was people became afraid.
Yeah, of Mexico.
And so they were afraid to come down here. But the truth of it is, when you get away from the border towns and you get in the interior of Mexico like we are, we don't experience.
No, we didn't have any bad experience here. Even in the first time we came here, I was afraid because I didn't speak any language of the Mexican people. And I see all the military with all the masks and the vest, protecting vest and a bullet and a gun, and then they wear black clothes, and I got scared. And finally, Jerry was saying,
I says to her, hey, Lori, those are the good guys. They're out there to protect us. And they do look scary when you see them, but a lot of the resort towns and stuff like that, you'll see them occasionally, and they do look frightening. But remember, they're your friends. So what you find when you get away from the borders and when you get into the interior of Mexico, quite peaceful here. We have traveled like thousands of miles driving our car.
In Mexico.
And we see the military in their pickup trucks, and they've got all of their guns and everything else.
Well, we feel safe if we see one of them or, couple truck of them. I feel glad to see them.
Yeah, because again, they are the good guys down here. So we want to give you this update on crime in Mexico. And the truth of the matter is, people write to me and they say, what about the crime and stuff like that? But I was reading an article just recently where in Germany, they had a report out, and they were giving a travel warning for people not to travel in the United States. And so look at other countries. They're warning people not even to go to the United States. And so think about that. So our general consensus, and in my personal, of over 40 years of being in Mexico, I've never had a problem at all. And so it's quite peaceful down here.
I think so too, because I walk along myself at night, 8, 9 o'clock. I still be home, by myself. It was safe here.
Lori goes for walks with her girlfriends.
Yeah, every Saturday we go like 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. And then sometimes we go out dancing. The dancing is start at 7 o'clock and finish about 10 or 11 o'clock. So sometimes we walk home, sometimes we drive.
Yeah.
So it was safe here.
Yeah, so the bottom line is that you don't need to be afraid about it. Be cautious. You want to be smart. You're not going to go into places that are, frightening and stuff like that. As an example, if you're in, say you're in Los Angeles, or you're in a major city, you're in Boston, or you're in Detroit, or, any major city around the world, each of them have little areas where
was have something bad happening everywhere, every country. You can just be afraid. If you're afraid, you lock yourself at home, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah, you want to stay at home, stay at home. Or you can be like us, travel the world and,
Be like us.
Yeah, I think it's much more fun. And so you can you know, feel confident that you can travel around the world. Be cautious, use common sense anywhere you travel. And so this is our little update on crime in Mexico. This has been Jerry Brown.
With Lori Brown.
Hey, here's a thumbs up and ask a question and we'll get back with you and reply.
If you find this video was valuable to you, please subscribe or ask your friend to watch it. You know, we appreciate that.
Thank you. Adios.
Bye.
Okay, happy trails. Jerry Brown here.
Lori here.
And David.
Hi, it's Therese here.
Hey, I want to introduce you to our new friends. As you know, Dave and Therese, and they have been coming down to Mexico here, doing a little research to see if Mexico is going to be a right place for them to retire. They're awful young, so actually they're retiring early.
We were researching places in the world that we could retire, particularly your YouTube videos that we've watched many of that got us very excited about coming here.
Okay.
So we've been here for a month.
Okay. And how about Teresa? Have you watched them?
Oh yes, I was the original founder.
Oh.
So I found the videos and started watching them, and I said, David, you know, maybe we'll check this out and go to Mexico. And he said, okay, sounds good to me.
All right. So would you give Jerry Brown Travels a thumbs up
Absolutely.
and recommend it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thumbs up.
Thumb up. Yeah.
Thank
Subscribe now.
Subscribe. It's worth it.
you.